Welcome everyone, this is the Rocket.Chat Engineering Podcast. I'm Rodrigo Nascimento, Rocket.Chat CTO and co-founder, and your host on this weekly podcast. Here we talk about the news on the engineering areas from the past week, and I have with me today our backend leader and co-founder, Diego Sampaio.
Hello.
Our apps engine engineer, Tassio Victor.
Hello, everybody.
In place of the leader, our cloud leader, Aaron Ogle.
Hello.
Our front-end leader, Guilherme Gazzo.
Hello.
Our mobile leader, Diego Mello.
Hey guys.
And our Omnichannel product manager, Renato Becker.
Hi guys.
Cool. So let's get started. We had 3 releases on the past weeks. We didn't have the podcast on the last week, the final week of the year. So we had 2 patch releases, the 3.8.5 and 3.9.4, that are security fixes on those minor releases. So please upgrade your versions if you are on 3.8 or 3.9. And we released the 3.10, the month release of December, with a lot of features. All those bug fixes that we released on those minor as well, and some new features, other bug fixes, and so on. So please check the change logs in the blog post about the release. Yeah, that's it about those two short weeks we had on the final in the beginning of this year. So starting with the backend as usual. So Diego Sampaio, what are the news on the past 2 weeks?
Okay, so yeah, we have been working mostly on the 3.10 release, which we had like as you said, a lot of things and new things. I would like to mention, since I was on the past episodes, I was talking about the storage integration. During the release candidate, we decided to remove it from the release because we had some issues with the library, which is the JavaScript library is a bind to a Go library. So we were having issues trying to build that on the MacBooks, and another one that was working on Mac OS actually was not working, like the code wasn't working. So since we didn't have more time to test and to fix, we decided to remove it from the 3.10 release, and we'll be working close to the storage guys in order to provide a Node.js library that works for us and for everybody. And yeah, that was mainly our short 2 past weeks. We already started working on 3.11.
Cool. And sad to see the integration not landing on 3.10, but good to know that we are working close with them to update their own Node.js library. We are doing that for some time already, and I hope we help them to release a Node.js library working for everyone, not only for us. That's a good thing. Cool. So, Tassio, what's going on the Apps Engine, and welcome to the podcast.
All right, thanks for having me. So since the last podcast, we were dealing with the permission system for the Apps Engine, and it got reviewed and approved most of it, but we didn't release it on the 3.10 because it needed further testing. Now everything's all right with the backend. Now we are dealing with the last bits of the front end, like internationalization to better present information. And we expect it to be delivered in this next version. We are also adding more tests to the code base because we have to deal with some blind spots that we found during the development of the permission system. We plan to integrate it with our CI tooling and using a proper Rocket.Chat server for the end-to-end tests, not just unit tests, and so we can deliver a more stable product. And also we have like our intern Mateus. He is helping us to validate and expand our docs. He's already dealing with issues and validating that the effort for documentation works as we planned. And I think that's the last 2 weeks for the apps engine.
Cool. This internationalization feature will be available for the developers to use in some way as well, or just for the permission system?
Yes, because when we use the permission system, we have like the little model that lists everything that the person installing the app needs to know. So we don't want to hard code anything in English or any other language. So we have to make it adjust as the configuration of the server. So like it's mostly at work right now.
I see. Cool, thank you. Aaron, what are the news on the cloud?
All right. So hopefully everybody had a good holiday. From the development side, most of our team was actually kind of on the final vacation of the year.
Yeah.
So don't have a whole lot. But before the holiday, we did quite a bit of reflecting on our accomplishments for 2020. And since I don't have much to share for last week, I'll actually share a couple of the highlights from our team. One of the beginning ones, or the ones to start off the year, is at the beginning of the year we became ISO 27001 certified. I guess it's 27001 certified, which was a big accomplishment, right? That kind of puts that kind of a stamp of approval on the infrastructure, right? That we have properly. We have proper procedures to certify and secure our infrastructure. So that's kind of a big win at the beginning of the year. And kind of another big win highlight from our team is, I think it was in June, we migrated from AWS to OVH. We managed to do this during a scheduled maintenance window and with minimal interruption. So we went from virtual shared infrastructure to bare metal. So we gained performance and cost savings. There's a lot we could probably unpack on that one because it was a pretty big deal. And I guess going into this week, so we're going to be planning for Q1 and this year. 2020 is going to be a really great year, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. I guess the whole company is now on this same feeling and planning things for the year, and they're going to have a lot of objectives and key results defined for the next weeks. That will be awesome to share as well. And thank you for the updates of the highlights. And you have the forum post with more information, right?
Yes.
Is it public or just for the company internal?
It's just in our internal one. It is probably one we could make public, though. I don't think there's any reason we couldn't.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Gazo, what are the news on front-end team?
Hello. Yeah. About the last week, we don't have a lot of things to talk about, but talking about the last release, we finally finished the header, the room rather. So please take a look and enjoy, I hope. And for last week, we are actually developing some helpers to deal with the lists, like message lists and scrolling and all this stuff. And we are moving and preparing to rewrite the message, the whole message template. And we started now splitting into small blocks, and we are currently developing them. So yeah, I hope for the next week we can probably have more news about that, and it will accelerate the rest of the missing Blaze page, like the start message or Pinet or search message or wherever the message list that we are talking about. But yeah, that's it for this. Probably for the last week and for this week will be the same. We are going to be rewriting the message. So
That one
that's
will be
it.
challenging
Yeah.
and really hard. Cool. Thank you. Mobile, Jacob Mello. What are the news there?
Happy New Year, everybody. So I was on vacation, so there aren't many items to talk about. On the week before Christmas, we fixed a couple of issues and released them on the experimental apps. So yeah, we didn't try to rush anything because either way, Apple was on holidays and we couldn't do many things after that. But yeah, right now we're releasing the same patch, which is 4.13.1 on the official apps, but there are some issues on the official target on iOS. After this release, so later this week, we're going to work on a fix for the rooms list, which is not sorting channels in the same way as the web client does. And it looks like there are some cases when the channels don't update as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if the app is losing connection because the OS is killing it while in background, or if it's just a re-render thing. Either way, it's hard to reproduce, but we'll get there. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Cool. I'm almost sure I experienced that bug today. Never experienced before, but good to know you're trying to reproduce this. Cool, awesome. Omnichannel, Renato, what are the news on your side?
Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, a couple issues came up after the latest releases. You know, the support team reported a few issues, and some of them were critical. So we had to spend some time fixing them, and that's what we did throughout last week. And now we can move forward. But before talking about the next steps, other important achievement to mention is that a new version of the 360 Dialog app has been released. And, you know, I've been mentioning about it over the last episodes. And, you know, an important and long-awaited feature is coming out with this new version. That is the ability to send outbound messages to Omnichannel end users through WhatsApp. We had some partners that were eager. They wanted to get this new feature in place, and now, yeah, we did it. So it's also important to mention that we are not going to focus on new apps during the next development cycle. We will focus on core features. One of them is the email channel feature. So, you know, actually the first phase of this whole feature set. And in this first phase, we'll cover the omnichannel needs before focusing on team collaboration. And the team has already started working on it today. So the plan is to release this important new feature by the end of this month. And the other one is the on-hold queue feature. It's another improvement that will help agents to, you know, to deal with omnichannel queues and improve their productivity. So basically, we focus on both features, but we have been working on, you know, backlog grooming and prioritization as well, focusing on customer needs, and we have plans to work on new stuff, such as RCS protocol and other stuff like that. But I will have some news very soon. So yeah, thanks. That's it.
Good, thank you. And do you have some open positions? I think we have for infrastructure engineer. We have for design. I don't know, you guys remember any other open positions to talk about? Backend is almost ending, I think, some of the positions you have. And mobile, I guess we closed, right? We don't have the positions open anymore, at least right now. Cool. Well, guys, thank you. Have Happy New Year. This new year, we have a lot of things to share with this podcast during the year. And thank you all for listening to this weekly podcast. This podcast is available as video on YouTube and audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and others. And thanks for the Rocket.Chat engineering team to make this possible. See you all on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.